We have a tank. So this is part of the Layers line by Lori Goldstein. It's a knit dip dye tank, and it should be $45, but today you are saving $10, getting it home for $34.98. That is 5 easy payments of $7. Length on this is 26.5 inches to 32.5 inches, and it's that beautiful 95 rayon, 5 spandex. Right here is our water ballet.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
Only 250 to go around in the water ballet. Then we have our pale peach. Only how many to go around? 120 to go around. Megan is in our purple heather.
I love it.
200 remain in our purple heather. On QVC.com, we have a few more for you. We have our ambrosia. There's 4 dozen. Then we have our pastel yellow, 3 dozen. And last but not least is our pink-esque.
I love
Last call there. Megan and I had a mysterious voice calling from the ceiling while we were going through those colors. So if I sounded confused, the voice of God had piped through the speakers. Tell me a little bit about this tank.
So incredible. If you are a Loganista, you already know all those amazing things. But if you're new to Logo, you're wondering what is so great about that tank. The reason why I do this little bounce move is because this is the way it's going to lay and fit on your body. This is extremely comfortable. It has that rayon span in there. Cool feeling. So you put this on and it has a cool touch to it. You have that stretch and recovery here. So these are those pieces that you use in your closet every single day. So this one is super unique because of the way that it's dip dyed here, the dip tank, the dip tie-dye, dip dye, but let's talk about the fit. I know, it just happened. Beautiful.
The dip dye is really well done, and I think that's because you're getting that individuality in all of these pieces, right?
Yes.
That is not something that is a pattern that's already there. This is taken care of, but this for $34.98 is going to be something you reach for all the time. You pair with those denim jackets.
Right.
You wear by itself because the great structure of these tanks is that it does give you that bra coverage.
Yes.
It also gives you that perfect armhole, but 5 easy payments of $7 to get this home. That is Jill. She's 5'8". She's wearing our extra small. When you think of the tank tops you already have in your collection, they're probably the generic white, black, navy, you know, your basic colors, which are all great and serve a purpose. This is a way to add interest to your wardrobe without having to change everything. It goes back to what I said earlier, when you were adding these pieces to your wardrobe, you don't have to break the bank to find that, you know, versatility. This is the way to add a pop of color and dimension to your pieces. Now, this is Morgan. She's 5'8". She looks fabulous in our 1X. And that is our, I believe it's our pale peach.
Beautiful. Yes.
And you can see this looks great with that neutral pant, whether you want to wear it right now with the white, the beige pants. But you can use this as your pop of color throughout the seasons. Pair it with that, you know, darker jean when we step into fall, and you pair it with that great cardigan. You have so many options and so many great colors, but the real story here is just this bounce and luxe feel when you are getting the knit dyed tank top.
It's incredible, and I love that the beauty about these tanks and what Lori does here. So as John was saying, fits so beautifully around the shoulders, and Lori is a perfectionist, so you don't have to worry about bra straps, and you don't have to worry about it being too tight underneath of your arms. So beautiful neckline, and what it does here, it glides right over your body, and then the beauty is right in this waist area. It's never too tight. You get that flow, you get that comfort. So now you feel confident wearing a tank top. A lot of times we put tank tops on and we're like, doesn't really fit great around my arms and it's too tight here. This is amazing, and not only to wear it alone, you layer this piece. You wear this underneath of the cardigans, you wear it underneath the vest, you wear it underneath of a big sweater in the wintertime. So you will keep this in your closet and wear it all year long.
Now, right here's our water ballet, and I do need to let you know it's been wildly popular. For $34.98, this is the time to pick it up. And if you can pick up more than one color for 5 easy payments, use those 5 easy payments of $7 and space it out, but pick up more than one. Now, we brought this in May. We had 5,400, and if you want this water ballet, there's 200 remaining. So this is the time. Look at that bounce. It's lightweight. As Megan said, it's like air conditioning almost on the skin because it's cool to the touch. because it was 102 degrees this week, and I was looking for anything that was cool to the touch.
Yes.
In terms of my clothing, I was like, everything is too hot. Okay, then we have our beautiful pale peach. This is our pale peach, fewer than 100 in that. Megan is wearing our purple heather. On QVC.com, we have our ambrosia. That is our green. Only 4 dozen remain in that. Followed by our pastel yellow. I love that.
Drop.
That's, yeah. Lemon drop,
lemon
burst
drops.
of sunshine, fewer than 3 dozen. And then we have our pink-esque. Only a few sizes left, a couple in each of those, extra, extra small through 5X. But beautiful length, as you can see on Megan, 26.5 to 32.5 inches. If you have not tried a logo tank top, that was like my first introduction to this brand by way of my mother, who is a logonista. She has shopped this brand for years and years, and really her biggest takeaway, and we talked about it on the phone a few weeks ago, was that she has pieces from Logo that she picked up years ago, and they still look the same. That color is still there. It has not faded. It's also still got that great comfort and elasticity in it, that it gives you that great stretch and release, or stretch and return. But also, you know, release. Sometimes you have, listen, sometimes you don't want your clothes near you. You've had too much.
No,
you've had too much at the, you know, the dinner party. Maybe it's a little hot out. You don't want it to cling to a thing. This is going to feel great, it's going to flatter, and it's going to stand the test of time because you were getting that dip-dyed tank. So that means they've taken the time. It's not a print that you see there. It is completely dip-dyed for $34.98.
I mean, look at all this beautiful, intricate detail. And I love that you were just saying that as well. We don't want things that are uncomfortable and clingy to our body. I personally get cranky when that happens. We want those pieces that look incredible, always, and we feel incredible. So everything that Lori does here, she designs this and shapes this so it truly accentuates every spot in your body. Glides over your bust. Don't you worry if you feel like you have a bigger bust or a broader shoulder. Do you see the way that this lays on Jill? Goes on down. I love that the top portion is solid, but look how beautiful and interesting this is. I mean, this is super unique. Pair this with a sandal and your favorite jean cuffed up, or also, you know what, wear this underneath of a set as well. This is perfect if you got the set that we talked about in the beginning.
Yes, getting that dip-dyed set, or pick up these jeans that we have coming up in a little bit. This is a crop wide leg jean. You can pair it with this peach and just pull out that peach tone of the jean and get that really feminine, flattering look, those great colors, that interest. But the fact that it's dip dyed and the dip dye starts around here, it's not drawing attention anywhere you don't want. This is going to give you that elongated look and that comfort every single day. When you see that bounce to that fabric, that's when you know this is going to glide over the body. For $34.98, you have your peach, pale peach to choose from. Then we have our water ballet. The water ballet has been wildly popular. I don't want you to wait on this one because that's that mix of the blues, the aquas, the teals. Megan has that purple heather, and we don't always see a lot of purple in our clothing lines here at QVC. So when there is purple, I know it becomes limited very quickly. On QVC.com, we have our ambrosia. That is that green. And it kind of starts off at like a pale kind of mint into that darker sort of green.
Like sagey green.
Then we have our pastel yellow, I believe, coming up.
And that's like a little lemon drop, I was just saying.
There is our pastel yellow. Followed by our pink-esque. Our pink-esque is getting super limited, and the length on that's 26.5 inches to 32.5 inches. 5 easy payments of $7 will get that home. When you need that easy to grab and go tank top, this is it. It's something that you'll feel confident enough wearing by itself, but it also is something that is going to play into those layers. Now, when we talk about the layers collection from Lori, would you speak a little bit about that?
Sure, and can we grab some pieces to show you exactly how we can layer it?
Sure.
So the layering collection is what she wants is she wants you to have fun in your closet. Explore different colors. So pair this with a fun colored pant. The layering collection is this is what you're going to wear and then layer pieces over top of it. We could do this with a really incredible cardigan as John's bringing over. This is the tomato.
There we go.
Tomato cream color, beautiful together. And see, it's like things that you wouldn't necessarily think would go together, but they absolutely do. And then we have this beautiful blue, pair that with a cardigan over top of it. Or even, you know,
I
that...
kind of go, this is what I
Yes.
originally intended.
Yes.
Because I
love
know that
this.
you love a little length at the bottom. But
Right.
do you have anything that you want to pair it with?
Well, what I did is I wore the white top over the white top that we just talked about, the eyelet top, and I wore the purple tucked in. But if you really want to show off some color here, what you'll do is you'll get that blue just peeking through a tiny bit, then you'll have the deeper version underneath of here. So that is a true example of what the layering collection is. This brings so many other pieces to life. It's giving us the opportunity to really have fun and play with different things in our closet. Dress it up, elevate it, wear this with joggers, totally fine. It's comfortable, it's breathable, it's a collector's piece, you know? It's like the things that the Loganistas love. And you're right, John is absolutely right. His mom has pieces from years ago. You will have this for years and years. Look at that. See the way that it just lays? You know it's going to be so extremely comfortable if it just lays like that when we bounce it.
And it's $34.98. When you think of that, this is something that you'll have. It stands the test of time, but it's also going to feel good. And that is half the battle. So you're getting something that not only looks good, it feels good, and it's at it's a great sale price. So you are saving those $10 if you shop with Megan and I right now. We've had over 4,000 ordered since May. Now this is the time to pick them up for that pop of color and that ease. Item number A694351. Now we have a great poncho coming up, and we are about an hour into our